Joining me now, Saturday Night Live head writer and Weekend Update co-anchor Colin Jost. His memoir is titled A Very Punchable Face. It's on the New York Times bestsellers list, of course. Colin, let's talk about how hard it has been for you to be as isolated as everyone is, working from home. How are you experiencing the coronavirus lockdown?
Well, yeah, you miss, for us at SNL, you miss your castmates, if you don't get to see people and you don't get to work in person. I think as comedians, we would all love to be there because we have very little concern for our own health and well-being. But you have to think about other people, too. You have to think about your families and people who we work with who are at risk. So you have to kind of balance that. But we're hoping to get back in the studio and be there in the fall if it's possible.
Do you think it will be possible? This is an election year, which is always, of course, prime time for a late night for you in SNL and for all the work that you do. Can you get through the election and get back on in the studio in AH?
That's like both a legal question that I don't know and a logistical question I don't know yet, but we're going to do everything we can. I mean, it would certainly nice to be in the most normal situation there that's possible, but I don't know. We don't know how things are going to go right now.
When you do get back, how do you tackle the other major crisis in the country besides the pandemic, which is the national reckoning over racism? How do you strike a balance? You've always done racial humor. You've pushed the edge, pushed the envelope. Do you change the way you write the skits and your jokes, or do you have to be more sensitive now? Is it a tonal thing?
Again, so much of it's week to week. I think we were obviously off in the summer. I think in the past couple years, there have definitely been sketches on the show that I think were some people, that people thought were some of the best sketches that dealt with things around race. But it's obviously, it's tricky. And it's, I think the summer has also been a time to listen and take time to reflect in a way that, you don't always have time to do when you're in the middle of a season. So I'm curious to see what happens when we come back and how that's all dealt with.
Now, in your book, you wrote about having Trump host the show back in 2015, and you write that there have been some hosts over the years who are real Confederate statues of entertainment, and that episode of SNL has not aged well politically or comedically. Your thoughts on that today?
Yeah, I think it's, I write about it in the book because I wanted people to have a sense of what that was like behind the scenes. Just look at this clip that's playing. All these clips are so surreal when you look back. And I think it also speaks to what he's done and how he can feel charming or even manipulative sometimes with people. And you see it. Think about all the people in his administration who he's gone through who have learned that lesson and are now also writing books about it. But, I wanted people to be able to understand what was going on while he hosted and what that week was like, because it was a pretty weird week for us on a lot of levels.
And the fact that you write about how he actually came more than Justin Timberlake that week. He was just there for every rehearsal. He had the time, even though he was running a national campaign.
Yeah, and again, I think most people assumed in America too that they would be burned out at that point, and maybe even that campaign would have been over. But instead, he was fully in the middle of a campaign, and somehow was also there hosting our show every day, which is that's a pretty strange thing too.
And the book is A Very Punchable Face. I think your grandma was joking about, now that you've done Weekend Update, who knows, you could do NBC Nightly News.
She was definitely not joking. That is still her goal for me, is that I can transition from Weekend Update to being what she calls a real news anchor. And, I look forward to that day. We'll see.
Trading Places. We love it. Thank you so much. Thanks for being with us. And congratulations on the book being on the bestsellers list. That is great, too.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.